Hello, today I'd like to explain to you the difference between the Bayesian and frequentist method, as well as what the difference is between a credible and confidence interval. So the Bayesian method, which is what we recommend, tells you the probability that the variant is better than the control. In this case, there's a 56% chance that the variant is better than the control. And the credible interval is dependent on the confidence level set prior to the experiment being live. In this case, there's a 90% probability that the uplift ranges between -9 to 12.6%. So it can be any of these numbers in between, including 0. In this scenario, we can see that the uplift can range between 8.69% to 152% with 90% probability, and the chance to read original is very, very high, which means that the uplift is only positive values. However, you can see that the range is very, very big, which indicates there's a lot of uncertainty within this experiment, which means that we should collect more data in order for the intervals to be smaller and we can be more certain about the results. Now, a frequentist method doesn't give you a probability that the variant is better than the control. It just tells you if there is a difference between the variant and control, which is why there is no probability here. It's just a yes or no binary answer. The confidence interval tells you that if you were to repeat this experiment 100 times, 95% of those experiments would have an interval for the uplift between -8 to 2.7%. This does not tell you the probability that the value lies within those intervals. It just tells you that if you were to repeat this experiment many, many times, the interval of the uplift would be between these values. So in this scenario, the uplift can range between negative to positive values as well. So it can be a negative or positive effect, or it could be no effect at all, such as 0%. So in an A/B testing context, we would want the confidence interval to take positive values. If it takes a negative value, it could have a negative effect overall, which would mean that we should either stop running the experiment or collect more data to get more certainty about the results. So to sum it up, the Bayesian method tells you how likely it is the variant is to be better or worse than the control, and the credible interval gives you a probability of what those values for the uplift could be. The frequentist method does not give you a probability of how likely it is the variant is better than the control. It just tells you whether there is a difference between the two and whether it's significant or not. The confidence interval tells you that if you were to repeat this experiment many, many times, the intervals of the uplift would be between this range. So we recommend to use a Bayesian method for most tests, as it gives you an idea of how your variant is performing, and it gives you a probability assigned to it, which can help with risk assessment. The frequentist method is good when you want to be absolutely certain with high accuracy that the variant is better or worse than the control. The confidence interval will tell you whether the values can be positive or negative or 0. So if you're looking for the variant to perform better, they should only take positive values. Thank you.